Memory as Time Travel. Welcome back. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and this is the Time series. In this video, we're pulling the curtain back on one of the most provocative and censored realities of our world. Time travel is not fiction. It's function. And whether or not you've realized it yet, you've already been doing it your entire life. Let me say this clearly at the outset. This is not a theory. This is a statement of observable fact. The only reason you don't see it that way is because the language around time travel has been distorted to sound like fantasy, sci-fi, entertainment. The mainstream narrative tells you that time travel would require a flying car, a wormhole portal, or some billionaire-funded moon base. But let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at an old photo of someone you love and felt a lump in your throat? Have you ever closed your eyes and been there again? Smelled the air, felt the sun, heard their voice? What is that? That's time travel. Not metaphorically, literally. You left the present. You accessed a non-physical file. You retrieved sensory and emotional data from an event that is not happening now. And you felt it as if it were real. That's a shift in temporal position. That's a movement of consciousness. That is time travel, and it happens every single day. Memory is the first time machine. Let's start by unpacking what memory really is. Because if you overstand this, you'll overstand the core technology of time travel and why it's already happening at the quantum, psychological, and even governmental level. What is memory? Memory is not a storage bin. It's not a static filing cabinet that you pull facts from. It's a constructive, reconstructive, and deeply emotional phenomenon. Every time you remember something, your brain doesn't replay it like a video. It rebuilds it, based on your current beliefs, emotional state, hormones, and context. That means you don't remember the past. You reassemble it. And every time you do, you leave that memory slightly altered. You edit it, even if you don't mean to. This alone proves that memory isn't passive, it's interactive, which means time, as you experience it in memory, is malleable. Now let's go deeper. The neuroscience of memory recall is nonlinear. From a brain science perspective, here's what happens when you remember something. Your hippocampus retrieves the blueprint of the event. Your amygdala reactivates the emotional tone of that memory. Your prefrontal cortex updates the file based on your current overstanding. Your visual and sensory cortices light up to simulate the experience. That's not just recall, that's reconstruction. And reconstruction counts rewriting, which means every act of remembering is a form of time travel and timeline editing. Let me say that again. Every time you remember something, you're traveling to a previous state, altering it, and returning with an updated version of your own past. That's not sci-fi. That's cognitive neuroscience. Trauma loops. Time travel gone wrong. Let's shift to the darker side of this. Trauma. When you experience emotional trauma, your brain often fails to encode the event as complete. It doesn't file it under past. Instead, it leaves the window open, and every time a similar stimulus appears, the system re-renders the event in real time as if it's happening again. This is what flashbacks are. What triggers are. It's not a memory of something bad. It's a relived present tense experience. The body feels the pain again. The cortisol spikes again. The nervous system panics again. Trauma isn't in the past. It's in a loop. And what's the only way to break the loop? Re-enter the memory with a new awareness. Reframe it. Reprocess it. Give it new meaning. That's what therapy does. That's what EMDR does. That's what journaling does. You're not just reflecting. You're time traveling back to a locked moment, making a new choice inside it, and sending that new frequency back forward into your present-day identity. This is retrocausality, the concept in quantum mechanics that effects can move backward in time, not just forward. And we are doing this every time we heal a memory. Generational time travel. Memory. You didn't even live. Now here's where it gets stranger. You can carry trauma that isn't yours. Science now confirms what spiritual traditions have always known. You inherit memory from your lineage. It's called epigenetic inheritance. Events that happen to your grandparents, wars, famines, losses, betrayals, can cause changes in gene expression that affect you even if you don't consciously know the stories. That's not metaphor. That's biological time travel. What does this mean for you? It means you are a carrier of nonlinear memory systems. Your beliefs, fears, emotional reactions, even your physical health, are being shaped by memories from other timelines that live in your body. And unless you rewrite them, you will repeat them. That's the real reason healing work matters. You're not just fixing your mood, you're stopping a feedback loop across generations. The digital mirror, social media as time travel. Now let's zoom out of the body and into the digital realm. Ever notice that your Facebook profile is called a timeline? That's not a coincidence. It's one of the most literal uses of digital time travel in your daily life. When you scroll your old posts, you are not just seeing a memory. You are re-entering the mind and emotional state of a previous version of you. This is why you can feel shame, joy, regret, or nostalgia physically just by reading something you wrote 10 years ago. But here's the kicker. Digital time travel doesn't just replay the past. It edits it. You can delete, rewrite, recaption, resurface, or reinterpret any moment in your archive. You can literally rewrite public reality. You can create a new timeline for others to view. You can remove memories from view, but not from the field. In other words, you are your own time archivist, and your feed isn't just history. It's stored resonance, emotional frequency waiting to be reopened. Think that doesn't matter? Wait until you understand how quantum fields respond to digital vibration. We'll come back to that in a later section. Reflection. Time travel is already part of your daily life. Let's recap. When you recall a memory, you're traveling into nonlinear time. When you edit a story, you're updating the past from the present. When you reframe trauma, you're altering your timeline retroactively. When you inherit trauma, you're living out a memory you didn't experience. When you scroll your own archive, you're accessing and editing your lived record. When you post online, you are programming the digital field to echo your current timeline forward into permanent space. Time travel is not a future possibility. It's your present behavior. The question is no longer, can you time travel? The question is, what are you doing with the power you already have? Welcome back. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and this is the Manifestation series, where we don't just talk about manifesting, we master it. Because let's be honest, manifestation has been watered down, reduced to vague quotes, mood boards, and empty promises. But you didn't come here to wish. You came here to build a reality that hits different. A reality that responds to your frequency, your language, your alignment, and your decision to stop playing small. This series is not fluff. It's physics, frequency, and fierce creative power. Inside the Manifestation series, you're going to learn how to collapse timelines, shift identities, and speak worlds into existence, just like the greatest minds in history. This isn't just about being positive. This is about being powerful. Here's what you unlock inside. Vision to Reality, the Vision Board course. You've heard about vision boards, but you've never done them like this. This is a full energetic ritual, a precision-coded map for your subconscious, designed to bridge image, frequency, and strategy. It's not arts and crafts. It's blueprinting your future in visual form and turning it into matter. Time, quantum timelines, and why time isn't real. Manifestation doesn't take time. It takes alignment. In this module, I'll show you how time is just a mirror of energy and how to collapse timelines using choice, clarity, and vibration. Past, present, future, they're happening now. And when you know how to navigate time quantum style, you stop waiting and start receiving. Quantum jumping, instantly up level. Your next level life isn't years away. It's one decision away. In this training, you'll learn how to quantum jump, how to shift into a version of you that already has what you desire. This isn't fantasy. It's how high-performance creators, athletes, and spiritual masters leap beyond limits. Jump now. Land in power. Every word. The power of affirmations and spoken language. Words build worlds. In this course, I show you how to use affirmations like spell work, not just repeating empty mantras, but speaking with vibration, intention, and spiritual force. If you've ever felt like affirmations don't work, this will change everything. You'll learn to command your field, not just request from it. The greats, learning from the most exceptional minds in history. We're not the first to master this. In this legendary module, we decode the techniques, habits, and quantum genius of the world's most powerful manifestors, from ancient sages to modern icons. You'll learn how to think like the greats, move like the greats, and manifest like the greats. This isn't another feel-good series. This is a spiritual weapon, disguised as a manifestation course. It's made for leaders, cycle breakers, visionaries, and soul builders. You don't need another wish list. You need a system that teaches you how to bend reality. This is that system. So if you're ready to stop playing with potential and start creating results, welcome to your next level. The Manifestation series is open now. You know what to do. Let's build what they said was impossible and make it inevitable.